Hello, welcome to the Spirits Within Us. My team's here and creators here. Any negative energy that has been sent towards the channel, to myself or to you the viewer, I transmute that into pure, unconditional love, light and healing energies for our minds, bodies and souls. And to those who are sending it, I hope that they find love, peace and joy in their heart, and I send them love also. Now, while I'm shuffling these, basically all I wanted to talk about Thursday. What an energetic change in the planet happened on Thursday. I could feel it through every single fibre of my being, to be fair, and I know there's a lot of you out there also who did feel it. And it just was bringing up a lot of knowledge, basically, that everything that we are going through, that we feel within our system, within our body, because we are a part of the earth and we are a part of Mother Earth and Father Sky, you know, and we do connect with everything and everything connects with us. When we elevate, well, basically it's the planet that's elevating and we're feeling it. We're feeling the elevation of the planet. We feel the vibrations. I mean, Thursday, I was basically sat outside most of the evening and it was windy and the trees were there, like blowing and chatting to each other, and I could feel the energy, and it was the way that the energy was changing, the way that the earth was actually changing her vibration, going to an higher point again, and it's calmed. Yesterday was very calm, a beautiful day, absolutely gorgeous day. All the energies that needed to be cleared, that the planet did, she cleared them. And I also felt very, can I say, elevated myself, because a lot of the energies that were trapped were released again. And yesterday I did go through another major Kundalini awakening again. So it's basically, if you listen to the planet and feel how she moves and breathes, breathe with her, beat with her, it's like earth and art have got the same letters in, and Ia is in earth and art spelt exactly the same way. So you have to listen to the vibrations and feel, and yeah, that was basically what I wanted to say. So I have no idea what kind of a reading I'm going to be doing, but we will see where we are guided from there. We have Justice, we have the Hermit, and we have the Tower. See, I wanted to do a good reading today. So we have, what I'm going to do is, regardless of that, we're going to see, we've got the Justice card, so there's some balance, some sort of balancing situation that needed to be done. Whether it was yourself, as in your light and dark, this was a past tense, and to balance yourself, and you went into hermit mode, you went into God mode basically after this. And I think there were just towers to everything that had been affecting you basically. So this is what I'm getting from it. You as an individual, I think it's about what I was just talking about how we elevate and our energy changes. So you basically did do a basic Kundalini, and it's something that you always do. You do connect with the earth and you balanced your light and dark, your male and female aspects within doing that. So obviously you went into your hermit mode and you started listening to things and learning a lot about everything. And then that tower was brought into all past situations for you to move and elevate to the position that you needed to be in basically. So with that being said, I'm just going to pull some Carl Grace cards, and we're just going to get the guidance from these to see what energies were around you and what was actually being done at these times. So we have the White Eagle, ancestor spirit. So yeah, you basically, you connected to your heritage, you connected to your lineage, basically. A family wound or pattern can be healed now. So that's what you did. You connected with White Eagle, basically, and I was saying to the earth and to nature. Now the Indian do connect very much so with the earth. A lot of shamanism is done also within the community of the North South American Indians. I have no idea where he came from, yeah, but I know that he is of American origin, Indian. So this is what you did. You started to connect with your lineage, you started to connect with your family history, and you was learning, and they, because you called in the justice on some situation, and this is why they actually came in. Now, while you were in hermit mode, we have the faith card with humanity and benevolence. You stayed calm, you trusted the good in yourself and others, and you see the light in the world. And this is basically what you were learning when you were in hermit mode. You were learning to trust and to see the light within yourself and listen to your light and your being, and not other outside interferences with faith. Now, when the Tower fell, we had Bridget for inner strength. It was basically a situation where you had to find your inner strength, your power. This is why Bridget is here with moving back to wholeness. So that's what you were doing. You were moving back to wholeness. Recognizing that you had the power, and the power was within you. And that was when the tower fell. You understood that that tower had to fall for you to become exactly who you are. Now, on the Justice card, we have Green Tara, which is another earth connection with supreme protection. So you actually had supreme protection. After you called the Justice in, you had supreme protection with all of your ancestors coming there to give you the guidance and the support, because you actually answered the call. And with Green Tara, you are protected. Cords are being cut and move beyond limitation and trust. And that's what you did. You moved beyond the limitations of the ego, and you started then to trust in your inner wisdom, your inner guidance that was there telling you all along about these situations, or whatever you needed to call the justice on. Now, over the hermit, we have Horus with Cosmic Gateway. So once you went into your hermit mode, you had all these guides, inspirers, people, your team basically, who came to you, and they were giving you the wisdom and the knowledge for who you truly are, basically. Horus energy is of the pyramids, isn't it? And I think that, you know, there is behind it is the Stargate. So you are a galactic being, an intergalactic or a multi-dimensional being. You have travelled here from many light systems away, and you have been on this planet of many times, and all of these that are showing up, and I believe that you know who your guides and your inspirers are, and they came and they spoke with you and was putting you on your right path. With the Tower, we have Master Buddha with increased awareness, deep connections, trust your inner voice. So you did, and again, it was the same about innerness, inner strength, inner voice. You had to trust in yourself. You know, a tower was brought to your old life, basically. This tower was brought to your old being, your old sense of being. It was, this is your awakening. This is what was happening when you went through your awakening. And over the Justice, we have, oh gosh, Melchizedek, higher learning. You have inherited from experience. More inner study is now required to further your progress. Now, he's a galactic being, and you have, he is with you also. This is what I was just saying, that you are of galactic origin, and once you called in the Justice on the situations, these are all the team who came to your rescue, basically, who came to bring in the Justice and to help you be of light and dark and to balance yourself in the most humblest, beautifulest way possible. Over the Hermit, we have Paul, the Venetian, experiencing grace. So basically all of these cards over the Hermit is to do with being with Creator, to be doing with healing and feeling Creator within you, and that you are a part of creation and creation is a part of you. And this was what you did when you was in Hermit mode. You were being given the tools and the knowledge that you need to move forward into your future of this planet, your future to do the role that you actually came here to do. Over the Tower, we have Master Jesus with forgiveness. So this is another thing. You learned forgiveness. You learned how to forgive. You know, all of these are around you. These cards are now showing who is with you and who works with you, basically, on a bigger scale. And Mr. Jesus brings in the forgiveness with the Tower, because you had to learn forgiveness. You had to learn your inner strength. You had to learn your inner voice. You had to find your inner power to who you actually are, to become the person that you actually are, to walk in that Christ consciousness. For what Jesus left us, basically, the teachings. I mean, you have who's fell on Buddha as well. You know, they're all very beautiful teachers who have left, not just those, but the others too, who have left wisdom and knowledge here for us to access and understand where we actually came from and why we are actually here. We have over Justice, we have Gaia, Earth connection. So that is it. You connected to Gaia. You connected to, like I said, your light and dark with the Justice, your male and female aspects. And you started to feel the pulse of the planet. Your body itself was changing. You were feeling the changes of the planet. You were feeling the vibrations of the planet. You were feeling the elevation, the upliftment. You could feel Gaia herself moving into higher frequencies. And this was a part of your awakening to feel more deeply Gaia herself and to move up that evolutionary ladder with her and with the collective consciousness, which everyone, well, the majority are actually going through at this moment, are raising their vibration along with Mother Earth and creation and becoming one with everything. Then we have the Hermit and we have Lord Shiva with transcendence, and that's exactly what you did. You transcended, you know, you rose up, you honoured your inner force, and that's what you were doing when you were in Hermit mode. You are honouring the Christ consciousness that runs within you. You are learning and understanding about what it means to be with Christ, with God, with Creator, with the universe. You are understanding what it means to be one and to be all within your whole being, your being, who you actually are. Steps were being given at that time for you to dance with the universe, with Lord Stuva, with transcendence. So this is what you were doing. You were learning about the waves of the planet, of vibration, of everything that this planet gives us. You were learning how to move, breathe, act, feel, talk like her. You were becoming one with the planet. We have Lady Nada, we over the tower with Art Awakening. Awaken to acceptance and divine love. Give and receive in balance. So yeah, this tower, this old life, basically that's what the tower is. It's the total annihilation of your whole ecosystem, what was then, and you transformed. You know, you had art activations, your art activated. It's whatever it was that you were moving from, anything that was of the past has now gone, has now moved, because you transcended out of it. You allowed your art to open and awaken because of all of the feelings and the knowledge that you were getting when you were in hermit mode, and the understanding on a deeper concept of everything. With justice, we have Kuth Umari, cloak of wisdom. So you already know the answers you seek. Trust where you know. So you did already know where the answers lay, and they all laid within you, didn't they? They were all within you, basically, and you had to trust. You had to trust in yourself. You had to learn and to trust in you, to love you from the inside out. With the Hermit, we have Freya, phases and cycles. So yeah, whilst you was in Hermit mode, you understood that there is light and dark, and you became in acceptance of the light and dark nature. You actually balanced the light and dark within yourself, and you became a powerhouse from within, without. And that comes after the art activation and the cloak of wisdom. So once your art was activated, you had this cloak around you, which was basically coming from inside of you. You put up your own protection. So anything that was being sent in any way, shape or form towards you, you were able to deflect that. It's a natural thing that once your heart is awakened and your protection starts to kick in from the inside out, you accept yourself for who you truly are, and you become awakened, and you start feeling the pulse of Mother Earth, and you connect with her art, with your art. You know that you are that tree of life, you are that part of nature, and it all exists within you, basically. So this is what was happening. You started to, just deflect everything with the transcendence. You started to grow as a being. You started to change from the inside out, and this protection was there all around you. And you actually know now that you do work with light and you do work with darkness, because that is a part of who you are, and you live in accordance with it in the very now moment, and you accept that, and that's what you do in the now moment. Over the tower, we have Lady Porter with Divine Order. Again, another beautiful divine card that's come out. over the top of the tower. Do what you feel is right. An important lesson is unfolding. So yeah, you knew it was a lesson. You knew that everything that you had been up against up until that point when you called justice was a learning experience. You knew that everything from the beginning of your creation, not just on this planet, but the beginning of your creation, when you was first birthed into creation from Creator, you knew that that point, you know, it was all learning. Through every single experience that you've been in was all a learning experience up until this point now, the point of this moment, you know, whether you're seeing this in the future or as soon as it, you know, it's this very now moment, because time has no, you know now that time is irrelevant, and that once you did all your clearings and all in your hermit mode, and you cleared, you cleansed, you did all your ancestral healing. You didn't only do your ancestral healing, you brought back all your powers, all of your intelligence, all of your knowledge, not just for yourself, but for your ancestors also, and your team that work with you. So whilst you was in hermit mode, you learned a lot about who you are, how you connect with who you're with, and why they're there basically, and why you're here. I believe that you are more awakened now than you've ever been in your entire existence on this earth. Yeah, you may have been awake from when you were born. You've always been different. You've always had an inner wisdom and an inner knowledge that you've listened to from when you was a child. So you had a lot to do. I believe that with the cards that we have here, we have the shamanic healing with that, but we're going to do some Angels of Atlantis as well. So you've got a lot of healing abilities. You've got a lot of support, not just from your team here on the planet, because there are people who are still working with you, your family, the ones who you trust, the ones who you know are sure, your beautiful friends that you have around you, the ones that you know. I do believe that you had friends that you had to part ways from, so you did, and you found new friends, you found a new love, a new part of existence, and that's where you are at this moment in time. So over the Justice card, we have Uriel with trust. So yeah, you were learning to trust. You were learning to trust on your feelings, your ancestors. You were learning to trust on who you actually were. You were learning to trust, basically. The Hermit mode, Michael, with transmutation. And didn't we have a transmutation? Yeah, we have a transcendence, transmutation, transcendence. It was all about the learning experience. It was all about what you was learning. And that also fell on over the top of where Horus was with ancient Egypt and that. So yeah, you was learning all of this. You were learning transcendence. You was learning transmutation. You were understanding that you have the power within you to transmute energies and to change energies and to feel. I mean, if you can feel, see and sense energies, which the majority of the collective do, then this is what you were learning to make better, shall we say, in your hermit mode. And over the tower we have Gabriel with benediction. Isn't that to do with, you know, consciousness, Christ itself? And that was what you were learning. You were learning how to connect fully to oneness. And you did it very gracefully, very, very gracefully indeed. We have over justice, inspiration with Gabriel. So yeah, you had your inspiration because your team, after you'd called this justice, after this justice occurred, and you started to balance your light and dark. You know, you started to be inspired by all of your team and everyone who was around you. You was in awe basically of, after calling in the justice, the actual connections that you got. You couldn't believe what you were actually experiencing and seeing with you, and the different guides, inspirers and angels and who were around you protecting you at that time, because that's exactly what they did. Once you called that justice, they all come in to assist you, because they knew that this is the time now, the time that we have to help, because we're here. This is what we've been waiting for. We were waiting for you to wake up and call on us so that we could help you to help us, basically. Because then once you went into the hermit mode with security and Zachiel, the connection was there. You started to feel that connection, that love, that longing. That separation was no more between yourself and your ancestors, your team, your guide, those who were here before you and will be there long after you've gone, you know. So you did all the healing and the ancestral healing, and you basically brought peace and harmony for them also. That's what you were doing. You were healing not just your ancestral lineage, past, present and future, and that also includes all of your team, all of the angels, everyone who came to help you after you called justice. And in your hermit mode, you actually were healing for all of them. That's why they're there. That's why they are so proud of you. They are so proud of what you did, not just for yourself, but for them. You elevated them. You elevated yourself, and all of everything from the beginning of your creation then came into play to be with you. All the knowledge, everything that you have ever learned, everything that you ever were, was, or will be, came into this one being, this one now moment. And then we have the Tower with Gabriel and Grace. So again, it's all about your connection to source. It's all about you finding the oneness within yourself, the connection to creator source, to the knowing that you are a part of creator, and creator is a part of you. He is within you and you are within him. And that is what you learned, and that you are a part of the earth also, and everything coexists within a big collective unit, and you understand that you are a part of that. Over the justice card, we have Jophiel with liberation. There's the eagle again with the liberation, and it was also over the top of the Indian, South American, North American Indian. So yeah, as I was saying, with the shamanic abilities, with the abilities to connect with the animal kingdom that came in, with the liberation, you was liberated. You liberated and freed your ancestors, your team. You basically freed them from the bindings and bondage that they had all been in for you doing the work. Every time you do work for yourself, you do the work for others. So you're clearing and cleansing all of that. You're doing the work for everything, everyone. Not just collective, not just the ones you connect with here. The collective as in any realm, anywhere you connect to, basically. Over the hermit, we have Mercy with Metatron. So now Metatron is the keeper of the Akashic records, and because of you doing the work and going into hermit mode and being connected to Creator Source. Mercy was brought upon you for all of your past mistakes, for all of your things that you've done, your learning experiences, because they were there for a reason, to teach you to become who you are today. And that's why they brought in the mercy. And also you were given your book of life. You opened up your book, your ancestral lineage, your Akashic records, and that's what you did. You were working on that, and you were learning mercy as well. You were learning to forgive. You were learning to forget and move on. You were learning that love is the key, that is the key to everything, basically, to open up your heart and become one with everything, with Christ, with consciousness, with your ancestors, with your team, with the world. Over the tower we have Aniel with willpower. So yeah, you need a little bit more willpower, and I think this is coming in because I need a little bit more willpower at the time, and because I do still smoke cigarettes, and I do need some more willpower to stop doing it, even though I've stopped many times before. This time it's going to be the time when I do stop. So that's why I think that's being brought in. So there are a few little things that you need to have the power of will to overcome, but I am feeling that it's come over the tower, so you are going to fulfill this. I pick smoking because that's my crutch at the moment, but anything that you are trying to overcome, you are going to have the willpower to overcome it, because it's fallen on the tower. So there will be a tower to these situations that you are still battling with your willpower, basically, so it will come. Over the Justice card we have Uriel with freedom. So yeah, basically, you calling the justice, on you doing the work, on you balancing your light and dark and letting go of everything that was before and letting your ego go, the freedom, how free you felt from all the pressures, all the pain, all everything that was put on you before had now started to disappear, not just for yourself but for your team, your ancestors, everyone before you. You freed them. You basically freed everyone for what you did, for the work you were doing. You freed them. I know people say this is some people say it's a prison planet, and what about if it is a prison planet? And this is what we are doing our work for, the ancestral clearing and cleansing for, is to free our ancestors so that we also break them free of the bondage and the binds that are tying them up. It's not just about you, it's about freedom. It's about freedom of the planet. It's about freedom of all, basically. It's about freedom of everything, of the universe. It's about freedom. Then we have the Hermit, Metatron with divine intelligence, and that's fallen again on the Metatron with mercy. So yeah, when you went into Hermit mode, you went into God mode, basically. You have opened up your Akashic records, and you now know who you are. You now know you are a part of God and Creator Source, and all that ever is, ever was, and ever will be. You know that is all within you, and you are within everything else. And as I was talking before, you feel the planet. We all feel the vibrations of the planet as she goes up to another level, as she starts clearing and cleansing all of her energetic values and things too. Then we're also doing that. We do it with her because we are part of the earth. We actually come from the earth, out of the earth. This body comes from out of the earth. So we're clearing and cleansing just as she is, and that's exactly what we're doing. Every time she elevates, we elevate too. We elevate too. Over the tower, we have Raziel with faith. Again, all the faith cards. I can't believe this reading is so absolutely beautiful. You believed, you believe, and you will always believe. You know who you are. You know you are a part of this planet and creator source. You feel the energetic changes within the earth, within the atmosphere, and your body actually goes with it. I experienced it the other night, on Thursday night. I experienced that change. We went through another energetic change, and it was electrifying. It was amazing. It went through the whole of my body, and I do believe there's a lot of you who will catch this video and you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. So we're going to pull the last, that's 4 on them. I think I might do a few fairy cards because I just feel as though the energies need to have a little bit of more, you know, warmth, and then we'll close out the reading, because it's all about love, grace, opening up to who you are, feeling the energies, balancing yourself from the inside out, understanding that you are a part of creator source energy and everything is a part of you. So over the justice, we have a journey. So it was a journey. It was your journey. It was the journey that you came here to do, to balance your light and dark. That was what was written. That was what was going to happen. And you may also be going on a journey, to be fair. We have the Hermit of coming together. Over the Hermit, you came together with your team, with Source, with Earth, with everything. You just came into wholeness, basically. Over the Tower, we have ask for help. So it's basically, I mean, look at the angel coming out the sky there. It's basically, you know that you can ask for help. You know that you have help, guidance, support from your team, from Creator, from your ancestors, because you have done so much beautiful work already, and they're there for you. Over the justice, we have life energy, and that's what I was saying. You feel the energy of life. You feel all the elements, and you are at one with the elementals, you know, the trees, the little fairies, the fae, or the rock people. You're at one with everything, basically. Over the Hermit, we have flourish, because that's what you did. You went in, you did the work, and you started to flourish. You started to shine, and it's there. It's all shining out of you because you are a part of everything. Over the Tower, we have magical gateway. So you opened up the gateway to the magic of the earth, of the ley lines, of everything that was there to assist and guide you. You opened it all up. You opened up the magic that was within you. And over the justice, the inner child. So you've always been in love with yourself and your inner child, and no matter what, has always been there with you also. You know, your inner child has always been there, and you've always been connected no matter what you've been through. Then we have the Hermit with healing. So that's what you did when you were in Hermit mode. You had major healing. I believe you are an healer. And then over the Tower, we have manifestation. So yeah, you're manifesting. You can manifest. You know you can manifest, and now it's time for you to do for you, basically. We've just gone through this last energetic. I feel we may have few more little rumbles coming before the end of this year. But it's a build up again to another massive energetic change that we're all going to go through, either before the year's out or going into the new year. We are going to have another big vibrational energetic change alongside the planet, and this is what is like going to be happening. You know, it's basically what is happening, what we're all going through. Over justice we have the sun. Over the Hermit we have death, so a new beginning. And then over the Tower we have the Emperor. So I do also believe if you are not an emperor, you have got an emperor on the way. Or there was the Tower was brought in to remove an emperor or an empress out of your situation. But I'm just going to say an emperor, basically. The son of the justice, you was brought into the light. As soon as you called justice, you were brought into the light, into the actual benevolence of creator of everything and the universe, and they all interlinked and joined and combined with you, because you are absolutely a force of nature. You are a force of nature. Over the Hermit we had the death, which is a death to anything that did not serve you anymore, and all of that has basically gone, and it's a new beginning for you once you did all of this work. The Tower there was brought and ended all past old situations. With the Emperor, I do believe you have a love coming in. That's what I do believe. I do believe that the justice was brought to some sort of a situation, but you do have an Emperor that's coming in. There's going to be, but the Emperor could be you also, or it could also, if you are an Empress there who is listening, this is, you've balanced with your Emperor side. And if you are the Emperor, you know, you're balanced because you've done all the work. So you've already balanced your male and female aspects. So this is what you needed to work on, and I believe that the work that you did balanced this side of you, whether you are a male or a female watching, you actually balanced the male part of you with your female side. So I hope you found something from this reading, and from myself, my team and creator, we wish you unconditional love, light and healing energy. Bye guys, thank you.